with Battlefield Curator Grant with Milsurp Lifestyle on Instagram. Where are we in the world right now?
So we're at the CMP Talladega shooting range, and right now we're in one of their large classrooms where they offer classes. They also do simulated training. We just did some of that and had a lot of fun, so we're having a great day so far.
Look at these awesome bolt-action rifles.
We picked all of these up today here from right off the racks from the CMP.
Yeah, so first of all, right now, I don't know how long they're really gonna last, but they got them in the South store, the North store, and the Talladega store. Krag-Jorgensen, aka model 1892 to 1899s, Springfield rifles. This one is specifically a 1898 model. This one here has a nice little cartouche on the stock, and this one says 1899 on the stock here. It's also got a pattern 1901 rear sight. Interesting, you're gonna get a lot of variances in the rear sights. They kept changing them around all the time, so you might see some with early pattern rear sights, and that might be later. You might see some later rifles with early pattern sights. When we talk about the Springfield 1892 to 99 rifles, we are also talking about the time frame when they were used by the US military. The major wars during that time frame that these would have been used in would be the Spanish-American War and the Philippine insurrection. It was very short-lived. 1892 to 1903 was pretty much their service life. CMP's got these. They're beautiful. Most of the Krags that you'll find, most of the Springfield rifles you'll find these days will be cut short. They will be sporterized. People put sights on them. They were very popular in American hunting in the early 1900s, and even later on. 30-40 Krag is what they fire, and that today is the downside of these because it's just really hard to find 30-40 Krag, and it's expensive. But if you do like having American military service rifle from that era, this is what you'll be looking for. The next rifles that we're going to talk about here are the 1903s. These were used from 1903 till about World War II time frame when they got phased out and replaced by the M1 Garand. Grant, tell us a little bit more about these.
Yeah, so we got two 1903s here. This one is actually a 1942 production. However, it is in an original World War I style stock with the straight grip, and then it has the tall hump here on the handguard. This one has a really good muzzle reading 2 and then a throat reading of 3, so should be a really good shooter for later today. Additionally, while we were in this store, there was one model like this that has this Lehman NRA peep sight. Very interesting find.
Yeah.
We're excited to see how that one
Must have been
shoots.
some kind of competition rifle or target rifle.
And this one has a 1-in-1 for muzzle and throat, so this should be a serious shooter.
Awesome.
Lastly, we have another 1918 produced, but this one is our 1917 rifle. Has a beautiful stock that someone has put a little shellac on at some point in its service history, but this one also has a good muzzle and throat of 2-in-2. This should be a great shooter as well that we're going to take out.
And is that a Remington?
That is a Remington.
Awesome. Yeah, so cool. Let's go take a look at some more rifles they have on the racks. We're just going to go look around, see what they have, and show you guys what you can expect when you come down here.
They are now selling 22 rifles. So the price for this one is $300. They look to be in really great shape. And they've got a handful of them here. And then further down, these bigger ones are priced a little more. It looks around, $600. Oh, look at that guy. Wow. Okay, so I was checking out the Krag selection here. They actually have a decent amount. I'm always a sucker for anything that looks to be in good condition, especially wood-wise. Some of these still had cartouches on the stock. I'll see if I can find one for the video like this right here.
Yeah, look at that.
And that's really nice to see.
Oh, a 1901.
And a bunch of these have 1 and 2 muzzle readings, which is always great to see, at their age, that those will be really, shootable guns. Price is about $13.50. I haven't seen really much variation around that. But, again, this is way more of a selection than I was expecting. I'm not sure how many more there are. I know they expect these to sell fast.
All right. Cool. First thing I'd noticed is that none of these have the flat barrel band, which is the very early 1892 models. But I do see some variants in the rear sights, so I'll try to see if I can find one that's a very early rear sight. All right, so this rear sight here is an 1896 pattern. It's kind of like a curve up on that rear sight. It looks like it probably was changed out. It looks like it used to be a different rear sight. If you look at the top handguard, it's got this big gap here. So it might have been changed back to this type of sight. All right, so a lot of times on the left side of the receiver, you'll see where it says model 1894, or it might say 1896, or it might say 1898. One way to tell also for what model you have is by looking at the where the bolt handle sits in. If you see, this one here is a model 1896, and that's the model 1898. So anything pre-96 is gonna have this metal bolt handle like rest, whereas the 1898 and above are gonna have just that wood there. The majority of the Krag rifles I'm seeing are gonna be the 1898 patterns. There seems to be a few 1896s. I didn't see any 1894s, but Krag rifles in this configuration are really hard to come by because most of them were sporterized.
Yeah.
So Jake here, what do you got?
So I got a 1942 WW2. I'm gonna put this on my 1903.
Yeah,
Going for about 110 bucks.
it's pretty snazzy looking. Yeah, kind of like it. Where's the date on it? Cool, cool. Grant and Jake found this. But yeah, check out the wood on that. That is just gorgeous. Man, Jake, is that a keeper for you? Is it calling your name?
Current selection. Yeah.
So these M1917s, they were made by Remington, Eddystone, and Winchester. You'll also see that there are some drill rifles here in the drill purpose stocks. Interesting.
So we have a 1917 here in a drill purpose stock. It's definitely still shootable. You know, and it has some decent muzzle readings on it. While I try and grab it, it's got a 2+ muzzle, 2+ throat. You know, and honestly, especially if you were ever to want to come and get one of these 1917s, I wouldn't pass these up either. There's a good selection, but these drill purpose ones really have some character. You know, and heaven forbid you ever did want to drill a mount a scope on it. Man, this one might be your candidate since it's already so unique. You might as well find a World War I scope and mount it on it. I know it's sacrilegious to say, but it would be pretty neat to see.
That's just Grant's opinion. I will not condone such acts of treachery. Jake got another one with a very shiny stock. Wow.
That's gorgeous.
It just sheens so well in the light.
And a 2 and 2 for muzzle and throat. That'll be a great shooter.
Oh yeah. And we're looking at some beautiful M1 Garands. How do you look for a Garand?
So I look this way. I'm tall, I'm 6'4". This way you can kind of see. I usually look for a good stock. Do a little check right here. Make sure it's not too loose. Like this one right here. You know, depending on how much you want to spend. Get down to the level where you see more instead of just looking straight down on it.
They also have a good assortment of these 1903s here in the shop. A good number of them. What do you look for with these 1903s, Grant?
I always like to, you know, look at the variety they have. One of the things I'm noticing, a lot of these ones over here don't have this angled grip. They have the straight grip, original World War I, which I think is slightly more desirable, especially if it's your first purchase. Everyone wants it to be as close to World War I as possible, but still, even some of these transitional grips, they're, you know, all of these are in great condition, and they have a ton. They got a whole rack, I mean, as you guys just saw, which is really nice to see. This is there's a muzzle reading of 1, throat reading of 2. For 950 bucks, this will be a great shooter. It's a really good deal.
Awesome.
So we're in the kind of collector's corner here at the CMP Talladega store. We got a bunch of different dated slings here, and they range anywhere from 25 bucks all the way up to 110. Right, this is 1918 World War I dated sling. A new thing we saw this go around is actually these Turkish Garand bayonets, which are actually pretty fun.
Can you pull that out with the sheet?
Yeah. And so some of them have chrome that's flaking. Some of these look a little better. Maybe this is a good example here. And you can see the crescent moon there.
Interesting.
But for 25 bucks, that's a steal. And then we got web slings here for 10 bucks. We got some M16 silent slings. That's pretty cool. especially if you're doing a Gothic Serpent sort of build. There you go. If you want to look like the Delta guys. We got rod handles, cleaning rods, and a variety of pouches down here as well. So a lot of good stuff here.
I got Antonio here. Antonio, what is the CMP?
So the CMP stands for Civilian Marksmanship Program. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our main goal is to promote marksmanship through firearms training, safety, competitions, and with an emphasis on youth programs.
And I know you guys have a lot of military surplus weapons, military surplus gear, little knickknacks, equipment, slings. What else does the CMP offer?
So the CMP offers, also we have an e-store online. You can go on there and see everything that we have to offer. We have a bunch of new hats. Here's one of them right here.
Nice.
We actually have some new shirts, some different things that we're trying to put in our stores just to try to broaden what we do here at CMP. We have air rifle programs, 2 different state-of-the-art air rifle facilities, one in Anniston, Alabama. We also have one in Camp Perry, Ohio. So if you're not doing anything, go check those out. Have younger kids who you want to get them, training. You want to start them out on the lighter side of the firearm side, start over at our air ranges. Also, in Talladega, Alabama, the home of marksmanship, we call it the CMP Talladega Marksmanship Park, the most technologically advanced shooting range in the United States.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Didn't even know that.
Oh,
That's
definitely,
awesome.
Definitely. It's located right here in Talladega, Alabama. It's kind of sort of in the middle of nowhere, but when you find it, it is a gym. It's only about 5 to 7 miles right behind the Talladega Super Speedway.
All right, awesome. And where can we find out more about the CMP online?
So you can find out more about the CMP, just go to thecmp.org. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we have multiple Instagram platforms. We have CMP Talladega if you want to follow the range and what's going on at the range. Or you can follow the CMP org on there, and that's where we put a lot of our announcements, a lot of our flyers, what we have coming up, different travel games, different matches, different competitions. Also, we have Facebook pages, the Civilian Marksmanship Program. You can go on there. That's where we post a lot of information. We try to get the word out. And then for those people that don't like social media or don't do social media, we have an email list. You can go and subscribe to our email list where we also send out newsletters monthly to help people keep up with CMP.
All right, thanks for your time, Antonio.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yes, sir.
All right, 3040 Krag, also known as 30 U.S. Army. To load the Krag rifle, you would just open the little box here on the side. It's got a spring in there. You just kind of put rounds in there. Where'd that go?
Your head.
Oh, I meant like the shot.
Oh, low.
It was low?
Yeah. That's what the dirt flew up in front of it.
All right, ready?
Yep. Got him.
I think this rifle is dead on.
I look high left. Do you still hit it? Same spot. Smacked it. That was center. Low left. Close though. Got it. Got it. Right. Got it.
Smacked it.
Smacked it. All right. Let's go for 200.
Just under it.
Kept it center. Seemed like it worked. I'm gonna do that white one, just above it, that rectangle one. That what, 200?
Okay. Nice.
Boom.
Keep going, keep going. No.
You got that on film?
Yeah. CMP M1 Garand. You can see that nice new M1 Garand stock. Surplus M1 Garand rifle. Refurbished, reparkerized. Looks pretty snazzy. They call it the CMP Special. Okay, this time. Smacked it. That's awesome. Well done, Jake. What do you think about this?
Oh, it's glorious. America.
What do you think about the range here at the Talladega Marksmanship Park?
Excellent. Could be a little bit cooler, but oh well. Two for two.
All right.
Want to go for Smokey the Bear?
Yeah, let's do it.
Send it.
All right.
Remember, these are new barrels that are in the CMP specials. Criterion barrels, brand new.
Low.
Low.
Low. You're walking it in. Keep doing what you're doing. You're walking it in. Hit it.
I hit it?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Actually, no, that was at his back feet. Right at his back feet. I couldn't see that one. Yeah,
That has a crisp trigger on it, though. That's a solid trigger.
Yeah.
It's brand new, pretty much. It's
Yeah.
2023 barrel on there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, that's it for the video. Be sure to pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. It really helps out with the channel. Appreciate it. And as always, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.